Patriot. Unfiltered. Raw.
Mom, you aren't going to believe this. I made $13,000 delivering food this past year. Give it here. Huh, nice work. Are you making sure you're tracking your finances? You're going to need to set some of that aside for taxes. And do you have money saved up? Because the tires on your bike are looking a little worn down. That's dangerous. I hadn't thought about any of that. Just use what I use for my photography business. Lily. It's a checking account designed specifically for freelancers and side hustlers. It's an all-in-one solution providing mobile banking, expense management, and automatic savings tools to help freelancers take control of their finances and save time and money on their taxes. I can categorize any transaction as personal or business, automatically set aside a percentage of every paycheck for taxes, and I can set a daily amount as low as $1 a day to be automatically put into an emergency fund. Just so you know, if your bike breaks down, Dad and I are not paying for that. Oh, okay. Well, can I borrow some cash to get set up? With Lily, there's no account fees or minimum balance. Check out the link in my bio to learn more.
Mike Gardner, a host, unfiltered, unscripted, raw. Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. This is the Patriot Brief. All right, guys, let's get this show started, huh? All right, guys, welcome to the Patriot Brief. For those who are joining us here for the first time listening to the Patriot Brief, these are just short little podcasts to kind of give you a glimpse of what's just going on in the political world, so to speak. Producer Josh, thank you for the background sound effects. Anybody can hear that? Great. We got some new equipment here on the podcast here, the studio. Guys, I want to get into this article here that Biden is now thinking of bringing in counseling. Yes, he wants to orchestrate that the unvaxxed need to partake in counseling. Oh, okay. Well, I'd like to understand one thing. Is he able to do this? Like, literally, does Biden have authority to possibly mandate the unvaxxed to seek counseling? What does this dude think he is? Does he think he's king? Does he think he's God? I mean, seriously. I heard this, we heard this on the show earlier today. Like, Biden wants to now think about bringing in counseling. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He wants to counsel the unvaxxed, claiming that the unvaxxed may be undergoing some mental illness because they don't want to get the vaccination. Since when is people considered mentally ill if they don't want to be vaccinated? Like, what happened to the my body, my choice? Guys, if you think we're making this up, you got to look this up here. It came across like the whole Google board earlier today. As some, when we gather up our topics here on the podcast, that was like the first thing that popped up. Literally the first thing that popped up on the on Google earlier today. It was actually this morning. I'm not even sure if it's of his agenda, his messages towards the unvaxxed, right? The Biden administration now outlines process for disciplining, removing unvaccinated feds. Yeah, there's a couple of federal workers that chose not to get the jab, so to speak, right? And that's their God-given right. It's not the federal government's right. It's their God-given right, handed down by the Almighty. It's their body, their choice. Remember those words, guys. Make it go viral. Blow it up on the internet. My body, my choice, right? It's your choice. Your God-given right. Now Biden's now saying to unvaccinated feds, refusal to comply with the president's vaccine mandate will be treated as violating a lawful order, according to the guidance from the White House Staffer Federal Workforce Task Force and OPM. What? Violating a lawful order? Guys, since when the hell has this become like, a thing? It's a freaking vaccine, guys. Why the hell are they like labeling this thing like the end all of everything? Right? I mean, since last year, we started with 2 weeks. Look where we're at today. Fast forward almost 2.5 years, right? 2 years, you want to say, about 2 years, right? Going on 2 years. This thing has gone out of control. Out of control. The Biden administration on Friday issued guidance to federal agencies outlining the progress for disciplining, if necessary, firing federal employees who refuse to comply with Biden's requirement. Okay, so folks, what is this all about? I mean, seriously, we need to ask ourselves a question. What is this all about? Is this about about public health, or is it more about control? I mean, I think we're starting to see it under control. I mean, I think we're starting to see that the federal government will do anything in their power to literally, keep the control over this thing. It's not about public health, because if it was about public health, I think we would start seeing a lot more serious stuff. I mean, folks, this is just political freaking theater. It's just political theater. This is nonsense. It's bull crap. It really is. It's all political theater. It's one big damn power trip to these Democrats. Because I think we know, folks, that the Democrat Party does not support us. They do not share our interest in the high levels of their own agendas. We're clearly seeing that. Clearly seeing it. If you guys been checking out my social media pages on Facebook and Instagram, mainly Instagram, we share a lot of content on Instagram. We share a lot of content on Facebook as well as Rumble too. Mainly Rumble with more of the videos, YouTube, the same thing. But if you guys been paying attention to my Instagram page, okay, you've probably been noticing, like, hey, Mike's been posting a lot of content regarding Governor Desantis of Florida. Well, Governor Desantis, guys, if you don't realize something, he's been stepping up in huge margins. And kudos to him. This is a governor that's doing right for the American people, stepping up and literally fighting for them every single day. I posted a video on my Facebook page the other day about DeSantis literally saying that he's going to do everything in his power to literally not force the vaccine mandates on businesses in his state. That's great. Because, it should be up to the individual, not the federal government. And I applaud DeSantis for doing this. I mean, kudos to DeSantis. Super DeSantis, right? For stepping it up. Literally DeSantis now on the vaccine mandates. And this is what he's saying. I mean, you guys got to check this out. I mean, this is pretty damn remarkable on a governor literally stepping up for the American people. There's not very much out there, guys, that is willing to step up against this tyranny that we're seeing from Washington, D.C. Check this out, guys. This is Ron Desantis, literally.
And first this morning, Florida Governor Ron Desantis continues to fight the power grabs, ineptitude, and unconstitutional rulings of this White House. Earlier this week, he called the Florida legislature back for a special session to address the federal vaccine mandates to create protections for Floridians who risk losing their jobs. He is also looking to help alleviate the supply chain logjams in California by offering companies incentive packages to reroute their ships to Florida's ports. Joining me right now in this exclusive is the governor of Florida. Governor, it's good to have you. Thanks very much for being here this morning.
Good morning.
Tell me first about the log jams that we're seeing in California. We've got about 160 ships sitting there idle, unable to drop off products. That's why we've got empty shelves across the country. What can you do in Florida?
Well, Maria, we're really proud of our seaports. Since I've been governor, we've invested about $1 billion into modernizing them and making them even more effective. So we have capacity. So if there are ships that are idled off the West Coast, and actually there's some off Savannah on the East Coast as well, we've already had some from Savannah rerouted. We can accept that. We have more capacity. And they made a big deal, Maria, recently about California ports would start doing 24/7. We always do 24/7 in Florida. And so we have multiple options. Each individual port can offer companies incentive packages to be able to do it. Obviously, that's a good thing for Florida because we're driving more economic activity in our state, and we've been doing very well. But it's also good for the country to be able to alleviate these log jams, because to have shortages continue to pile up, and especially as we get into the Christmas season, this drive inflation even higher. I mean, it's a huge problem. And so Florida can step up and help be a partial solution to this really national crisis. We want to do it.
So tell me more about the economy in Florida. You said that you have been creating jobs. You know, there were reporters mocking you over the last 6 months for your stance on ensuring there was freedom and liberty for Floridians. And yet now we turn around and we see what's happened in Florida with job creation. What can you tell us?
So September, the nation as a whole reported 195,000 new jobs. Florida's, the state numbers came out this past week. Florida's share of that was 84,500 out of the 195,000. If you look at August 2021 and look at our hotel revenue compared to August of 2019 pre-COVID, we were up 11% over that. The nation as a whole was down 5% compared to 2019 pre-COVID. And so we have been able to protect hundreds and hundreds of thousands of jobs, thousands of small businesses, and we've provided more and more opportunity. We have 400 to 500,000 job openings right now in Florida. You go back when COVID first started, everyone thought because we have such a service-based and tourism-based economy that we would be having massive problems for years to come. And
all right, guys, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to fast forward a little bit into this here. Literally, DeSantis, in my eyes, the president and governor of his own state. I mean, look what this governor is doing. Set aside from other governors. Mainly there's maybe four maybe governors really governing their state the way they should. I mean, this is great. This is what we need to see from the president more. That's a joke, right? But, I mean, DeSantis stepping it up, and I want to get into the part really where he gets into where, what Biden's doing is unconstitutional. He does not have the authority to do this. He doesn't. The vaccine mandates does not have the damn authority to do any of this. Any of it. It's crap. It's crap. I mean, if you think, Biden has the authority to literally dictate on the right over your health choice. What Kool-Aid are you drinking? Because guys, this is crap. This is bull crap. This is terrible stuff that we are seeing a president literally orchestrate his dictating ways. This is stuff that Donald Trump warned us about last year about this candidate, now president. Okay? Warned us about what was going to happen. But we all believed, we all believed the Democratic machine said, oh, Trump is a racist. He's a bigot. He's not for the black community. He can care less about Hispanics and Latinos, and he doesn't care about women, and he doesn't care about this country. All he's in it for is money. Money? Since when did he even take a paycheck? Since when did he even accept his presidential salary in those 4 years? We seen where the money was going. Not in his pocket. It was going to foundations such as Wounded Warriors, the military, other foundations such as homeless coalitions, churches, etc., etc. Folks, you had a president that literally was for the American people, not against the American people. We have a president now, folks, in office, right now in office, that's against the American people. What is he doing right for this country? What is he even doing right? He's not doing a damn thing. Damn thing. It's terrible. Listen to more of what DeSantis is now saying here in this interview here on Fox News. This was just earlier today, actually, guys.
Quitting in droves. We're going to speak with one of them who just lost his benefits later on in the program, a firefighter from Seattle. But look at some of these mandates and how they're causing havoc, because the health systems across the country are already at crisis levels, and now nurses are saying, look, I have religious reasons, I have other reasons that I don't want to be forced to take the shot, so they're walking off the job. Military, if you get discharged in the military with a dishonorable discharge, it's almost equivalent to being treated like a felon. You can't work again. Your police unions are resisting. In Chicago, there will be fewer police on the streets, already a situation that has crime surging. What are you doing with regard to these vaccine mandates in Florida, Governor?
Well, fortunately, we've been able to fight back very effectively against mandates imposed by, for example, local governments against police fire. Maria, these people we've been hailing as heroes, the nurses we've said have been heroes this whole time. They've been working day in and day out. They couldn't do their job on Zoom. They had to be there, and they did it, and they did it with honor and integrity. Now you have people that want to kick them out of their job over this shot, which is basically a personal decision. And you're right, what Biden's doing is unconstitutional. He does not have...
You're damn right it's unconstitutional. It's disgusting. Kudos to DeSantis. No, guys, I'm not kissing his ass. I'm just applauding a governor because he's a governor for the people, not against the people. Wish we had more governors like Ron Desantis of Florida. Very, very few out there. Very few. This man, guys, is actually stepping it up against the damn tyranny from Joe Biden. It's terrible. Terrible what's going on. You know, guys, fortunately, if we continue to fight back effectively against these unconstitutional mandates imposed by local governments and the federal government, folks, we'll win this fight. Like I said, a lot of people are calling it a revolutionary conflict. I've even heard that this COVID hysteria has created a modern day civil war, political war, with the two parties. Not so much Republican, but more conservative Republican against these radical left Democrats. Folks, it's not your yesterday years of the Civil War where the North and the South, the North and the South fought against one another. Folks, this is more modern. This is more political. This is more more digital, right? Folks, this is a war that we've never imagined. Never imagined, where you have people, literally, some as friends, co-workers, family members, fighting against each other. Not even wanting to talk to one another, because you might not share the same message or the same belief that they believe in. You might be thinking that I don't want to get the shot. Excuse me. I don't want to get the shot. That's your belief. There's people that don't want to talk to you because you might not want to get the shot. Folks, this is sorry, a tickle in my throat. This is crazy. Literally crazy. Where oh boy, this is folks, this is a havoc we're seeing. Literally a havoc. And just in the glimpse of holidays coming up. Halloween, literally right around the corner next week, right? Thanksgiving shortly after that, and Christmas. You know, what's the radical left going to say? What's Dr. Doom there, Fauci, going to say? Oh, we can't have gatherings? Oh, you damn near destroyed the holidays last year. Are they going to continue this? Sure they are. Sure they are. A crisis won't go away under this administration. It won't go to waste under this administration. They'll continue it. They'll continue more fear-mongering. More. Guys, it's time to step up. It's time to step up against big tech, which are censoring us, shadow banning us every single day. It's time to step up against big pharma, which they continue to dictate on what's good for us and what's not. And guys, it's time to step up against our government. This is what our four founding fathers warned us about. A government like this. Warned us about a government like this. Guys, it's time to step up. The time is to rise up now and speak up against your radical leaders in government. Remember, folks, this is still the land of the free, home of the brave. We still have that good old glory always watching down on us. But we're about to lose that good old glory if we don't step up against the tyranny in this country. Choice is yours, guys. You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle podcast, an Anchor platform.